What is up, everyone? This is Trajan here. Thanks for joining me in this video. Today what I'm going to be walking you through is how to get to the Southern Mausoleum in the Cerulean Coast. This is where the mausoleum is, right over here. This is your starting point to the Cerulean Coast west side of Grace, found here on the map, right here. And without further ado, let us get on the horse. Start our way over there. Now, where you want to head is towards between the east and south on the map, where you'll see this tree on your right. Once you see this tree, you want to start running with the horse on this side, and you actually get down to a hole which is found just under the tree. There's a couple of messages left around here. You want to head down through this hole in the ground, climb your way down and reach this point. Now those messages are leading you towards a different point on the right. Where you want to head is you want to head left. You start on your left, you go past those enemies around here. There's a couple of crabs that actually mark the fact that you've reached the right location. You see a big enemy walking, climbing out from underneath the water, but there's no point for you to fight him. There's no useful items that you can gain from it, apart from a bunch of runes. And now you're on the shore where the mausoleum is. Now, you can explore this area if you want. There's a couple of crabs around here, as you can see on the coastline. There's a couple of broken runes you can find, like this one, for example, here. But overall, there's not really much to do apart from actually get to the mausoleum. So you want to climb up from here. These guys will actually not attack you, so there's no point in actually fighting them. They're not hostile. They're one of the few enemies in the game that are not hostile. You can probably climb from here if you want. Again, there's a bunch of not hostile enemies. A couple of other type of habitants, but this is your end point. This is your end point. It's this mausoleum over here. This mausoleum is a boss fight. This Southern Nameless Mausoleum. You will see the boss fog right here. We'll actually go in and try and beat the boss from the first time. See if we can do that. I'm gonna use my blessing of the Erdtree, black flame protection, stuff like that before I go in, just so I can buff myself up. I'm not using the best of armors right now, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and use the dragon mode for this boss and see if we can get some shots in with the corpse piler. This is Dancer of Ranah. The dragon mode does insane amounts of damage and knocks it down. It's already under half health. So if you're using a dragon build like me, you'll need 4 dragon modes in order to actually kill this boss. It's really easy boss to kill. And it's a walk in the park. It's very easy. You get almost 100,000 runes plus the dancing blade of Ranah, which is a new weapon, and the entire set of the dancer. The dancer's hood, dancer's dress, dancer's bracer, and dancer's trousers. It's not an awesome set to use if you're not into cosmetics. If you're into something more meaningful in terms of defense, this is not the best item, costume to use, not the best set of armor, but it might be a interesting thing for you to see the weapon, which is the dancing blade of Ranah. It is a curved sword. It scales off of dexterity alone. It does physical damage only, and it's a decorative sword ablaze with impassionate red. A pair of weapons made to be wielded in both hands. It's used by the dancers of Ranah. It strikes enemies with a dancing assault when executing a strong attack. It has a unique skill, which is the unending dance, a furious dance formed by a succession of slashing attacks. Hold the button down to sustain the dance for as long as stamina allows. I'm going to equip this just so I can show it to you, just so you can see the Ash of War and everything. It is a dance. As you can see, it doesn't stop. It does not stop until your stamina ends. And now, because of the fact that we are not technically fighting anyone, it's never going to run out, as you can see. The only thing is it uses a small amount of FP, but that amount of FP is really nothing if you're utilizing somewhat of a hybrid build or a melee and incantations build like me. You can actually wave past the blitz, wave and blitz past a variety of enemies stacked up in one place with this. You can actually get out of a fight like this because of the fact that you can push them away, and the weapon itself has some sort of it has a cool mechanic to it in terms of the attacks. You can actually charge it like this. It does a very interesting attack where your character kind of follows something like a Prince of Persia attack type, as you can see this. So this was the way to get down to the Southern Nameless Mausoleum. Once again, very quickly, you need to use Cerulean Coast West. You need to go down to this tree. On the right hand side of that tree, you're going to see a hole in the ground. In this hole in the ground, you take the left path. From this left path, you end up here on this coastline, and you need to climb up to the Southern Nameless Mausoleum, defeat the Dancer of Ranah, and get this weapon and her armor set. Thank you very much for joining today's video. Make sure you leave a like if you found this content useful. Subscribe to the channel for more things, Elden Ring and every game I'm playing, to get new updates. Thank you very much again. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe, guys.